I turned 40, and everyone says that's when wisdom shows up with gray hairs and a sudden appreciation for sleep. What it actually felt like was staring into a bathroom mirror at 6:30 a.m., counting new silver threads and asking when I became someone who gets excited about 8 hours. So I decided not to let the day pass like a random Tuesday in March. I planned the party myself. 3 weeks of spreadsheets and scouting led me to the Velvet Room, a brick-walled lounge downtown with warm amber light and a saxophonist who could make a phone book sound like a love letter. Sophia, the manager with purple streaks, walked me through the setup. Mood lighting Sinatra would envy, cocktail tables for mingling, a little stage, and a perfect cake spot beneath a vintage chandelier. The cake came from Yeppe, an elderly Italian baker who thought I was unhinged for caring about frosting texture. Chocolate base, vanilla buttercream, and a big bold message, Jared still rising. Cheesy? Maybe, but sometimes you have to be your own hype man. Invites went out on classy cardstock. Parents, college buddies, work crew, neighbors, most important, my wife Marisol, 8 years married, my imagined co-conspirator in all good things. I pictured her in the red dress from her cousin's wedding. A toast, a laugh. The sax player easing into The Way You Look Tonight. Us, dancing. I arrived at 6:30 in my best navy suit. The room was perfect. The sax warmed up with Miles. I stationed myself near the door like the world's happiest bouncer and waited, 7 o'clock. Fine, people run late. Nico, the bartender with sleeve tattoos and kind eyes, poured me a beer and a nod. They'll show. 8, 9. The music slowed, the room didn't fill, and my phone stayed silent. No college friends. No work friends, no family. Not even Marisol. The truth hit like a freight train wrapped in embarrassment. Nico set a bourbon in front of me. For the birthday man. No pity, just recognition. I cut myself a generous slice of the perfect cake under that chandelier, ate it slowly, thanked Sophia on the way out, tipped Nico, and walked to my car through molasses. 40 and invisible. Happy birthday to me. A week later, during a budget meeting, my phone buzzed. Marisol. We're doing Dad's milestone at Lakeside. The $800 each. Venmo me by Friday. M? No hello? No sorry we ghosted your birthday. Just an invoice. Gregory, my father-in-law, is addicted to grand gestures. Patrice, his wife, treats other people's money like a civic duty. The family group chat chimed in. Bianca paid with party popper emojis. Trevor gave a thumbs up. I wired exactly $1. Note, congratulations, one single solitary dollar. Then I muted the chat, removed Marisol from my cards, froze transfers, and booked a hotel room. Not running away, just oxygen. 2 days later, 2 cops walked into my office conference room. Welfare check. My wife reported me missing. Officer Duramola listened as I explained boundaries, space, a refusal to be the family ATM. If you don't call them, she said, they might escalate. I said if they showed up again, I'd file for a protective order. We understood each other. That night, I went home to gather evidence. Our kitchen table became an autopsy. I keep receipts, apparently for the day they'd be needed. Gregory's emergency roof, $8,000. No report, no payback. Bianca's boutique, $15,000, closed in 7 months. Trevor's crypto collapse, $12,000. Moon something turned to dust. Medical odds and ends. Just this once, expenses that happened with calendar-like regularity. Text from Marisol. You know how my parents are. We'll square it later. It's what married couples do. By midnight, I'd tallied 5 years of family emergencies. The number made me queasy. Rule 1. On a sticky note, I will not fund disrespect. Morning brought a battle plan. The bank revoked spousal view and external links, 2-factor on everything. The mortgage locked. No equity games without both signatures in person. My accountant flagged my credit. And I called my lawyer, Priya Patel. I want a full audit and options to recover. Priya's office is all daylight and clean lines, competence instead of intimidation. She slid me a number, $8,400 over 5 years. Line items sang like a dirge. Gregory's medical, Bianca's boutique, Trevor's debt, Patrice's charity brunch, credit card bailouts, veterinary and car emergencies. She'd prepared a demand letter. Repay everything in 30 days, or we sue for recovery plus fees. Send it, I said. In the lobby of my office the next afternoon, Marisol arrived with Patrice and Bianca, all outrage and performance. "You froze the cards!" Marisol snapped, loud enough for the elevators. Patrice hissed, "Gregory deserves this celebration." I said, "I deserved a wife at my birthday." Bianca rolled her eyes. I stayed calm. Nothing is about me except the bill. "Email my lawyer." I asked security to show them out. The letter worked like a crowbar. The mountain cabin hit the market. Gregory's vintage Harley popped up on Craigslist. Bianca offered to repay with unsold boutique inventory. Trevor texted, "Bro, we're family." At 11:30 p.m., I replied, "Then act like it." Priya reported partial payments, $19,000. Proof they'd always had options when they needed them. One night, at a bowling alley drenched in 80s neon, I spotted Gregory 2 lanes down, moving slower, shoulders bent by consequence. He walked over. "I was wrong to ignore your birthday," he said. The apology was smaller than the harm but bigger than zero. We bowled a frame in quiet. He said, "I taught my kids that money fixes everything." That was my mistake. I said, "Teach them what respect costs." We shook hands, the kind that ends chapters. Back at the hotel, I wrote 3 rules on a sticky note. I am a husband, not a wallet. If love needs an invoice, it isn't love. Boundaries stay, even when people get loud. Priya texted, "Last transfer in." "They're still short?" "I'll pursue the remainder." I replied, "Proceed." Then I did something subversively simple. I bought myself a cake. Yeppe recognized me. "How was the party?" "Just me," I said. "But the cake was perfect." He boxed a smaller one. "On the house. Next year, bring friends." Back in the room, I ate slowly. HR emailed a policy reminder about family visits to the office. I agreed and asked them to funnel future surprises through legal. Then I powered my phone completely off. Not do not disturb off. The silence felt like winning. 40 didn't come with speeches or a packed lounge. It arrived with legal documents, clean bank accounts, and the relief of finally choosing myself. No apology from Marisol. No, we should have been there. Fine. I have peace, a good cake, and a clear set of rules. 40 is mine.